Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the shed. I'm really excited to be with you and share this workout with you today. If this is the first time doing this, might not be the best one to start with. I mean, you'd be fine, but it's going to be pretty tiring and pretty challenging. The workout itself, we're going to be breaking down into two parts. Okay, we're going to do like a little bit of a mobility warm-up. I really think that's important, particularly when it's so cold outside if you're in the UK. And then we're going to do, we're going to work on some like connective movements, some transitional things. I really like three-part combinations when I'm solo drilling. And the way that we're going to do it is we're going to run through each of the drills individually. Then we're going to put them all together, so a three-part combination. Okay, you'll want to make sense as you're going. And then we're going to have a break for a minute, and then we're going to go on to the next drill. Okay, so it's actually, when you practice the three in a row, it's going to be 2 minutes at a time. So it'll be 5 minutes with kind of like a minute break, but that minute break isn't really a break. I'm going to give you some options from there, and I want you guys to choose one as we'll go through. Okay, but it's all going to become super apparent and super clear. The first thing that we're going to do is just kind of go through just sorting out my screen so I can see it. We're going to go through the mobility 10 and 10. Let's get ourselves loose and then we can go on from that point. All right, so timer set up. Most of you guys have done this before, and we're going to start here. I'll drop this guy over here so you guys can see it. The first thing we're going to do is just going to be rolling our hips from side to side. Okay, so remember, take it pretty slow. This is the first one. Nice and easy and relaxed. Okay, if you want, remember you can try and open. Okay, so you're bringing it up as high as you can. There's loads and loads of variations of stuff that we can do. This gives you like a stretch in the middle as well. And then you can go to the opposite direction. Really open out that side. Give it a full stretch. And then bring the other side through. Again, we can do this tighter to us as well. We can just do this rolling version, which is absolutely fine, or we can do it slightly further away. All of them, it's just working, different parts of our body, and just try to relax. Okay. If you want to be dead fancy, you can do it without your hands on the ground. Again, this is going to add like another dimension to it. Okay, but the goal is just to warm up the hips. Okay, again, we can try and open as much as we can when we do this one. Yeah, I quite like that because you get that inner stretch as well. So here I'm getting like a butterfly stretch on the inside. Nice. Next one that we have is our S stretch. Okay, so similar position. I'm just going to lean forwards, pivot, spin around to the other side. Okay. Just going one side to the other. Then if you want, you can lean and do a hip lift. It's entirely up to you. Lean and then try and lift your hip up. Okay, I'm just going to keep going side to side. If you're leaning forwards here, try to lead with your chest. Head's the last thing to drop, if it drops at all. You see that my head isn't actually going down to the ground. Okay, what you want to avoid is dropping and getting that arch in your spine. Okay, trying to loosen up the hips. Okay, again, just one side to the other. If you want a bit more variety, you can do a 3-point stretch. I bring it aside, so I go outside, directly over, and to the foot. A little bit different again. Nice. Okay, next thing, we're just going to go into a low squat here. Okay, and just hang out in this position. This is so important. I talk about this all the time. This is your guard retention. This is where I need my knees to be, but also it'll help me in passing. It'll help me from like coming up on top. It's going to be, man, it's such an important position. And often if you're like inflexible or you spend a lot of time sitting around, you won't be able to do this. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter if you're like up here, but try to get low down, try and keep that chest up. And then if you want, you can just kind of like, whoop, I'm falling over. You can just move around a little bit. We can do our knee touches if you want to do your knee touches. Just be very, very careful when you do this because it does put quite a lot of stress and strain on the knees and on the hips. Or just hang out in this position. Okay, if you fancy a little bit of a change, you can do like a narrower version and try and sit here and stay there for 10 seconds or whatever if you start to fall, or you can go full wide version. Okay, next one is a hip twist. Just tight bear crawl, rolling our hips from side to side. Okay, so I should be very, very close together. Okay, I'm not all the way out here. Tight bear crawl, flat back, rotating the lower half of our torso. I'm trying to keep my shoulder line as flat to the ground as I can. This is again like very, very important passing movement. He's in long steps. top spins, but we also have to use this kind of position when we're defending our guard as well. 20 seconds. You find this one will also start to work into your shoulders, so your shoulders are going to get a little bit more tired as we go through. Nice, 10 seconds. I'm just checking out my... Oh. Nice. Okay, next one. We have our lunge hamstring combination. So again, we can be here, lean forwards, and then pull back. Just going through the different positions if you want. You can leave your hands on the ground. Okay, so we're just pushing our hips through. Or if you want, you can do like 3 or 4 each side, and then switch it. Nice, that's 30 seconds if you want to do the same as I'm doing. So lean the hip, pull it back. Good. So we're going into this half splits position. Just kind of warming up that hamstring a little bit. Which again is nice. Oh yeah. Good. Good, windmills. So we're going to take this big step, arch up to the ceiling, switch and arch. So we're rotating the thoracic spine. If you want, you can do both arms. You know, I talk about this a lot. Rotate one, rotate the other. So rotate one, rotate the other one up. Let's switch this way. Yeah, keep lunging. Rotate one arm up, rotate the other arm up. Nice. Keep it going. 20 seconds. Nice. Good. We've got 10 seconds left. Keep it going. Next one, we got flat arm circles. So we can do this both arms out, face to the ground. So we're trying to avoid using our lower back. Arms as high as you can, and then up the center. You're really stretching it up. This is one version. The other one, you can do it from all fours, keeping your spine flat. Really try to elevate, bring around the side, up the back as high as you can, and then bring it back in front. And just keep it rotating. You can do like a couple on one side and switch to the other side, same thing. But again, we're trying to go as high as we can around, up that back as far as we can without the hand touching, and then bring it back in front again. So we're trying to loosen off those shoulders, or be here. It's also called a swimmer. Really try and get those shoulders high. Well, those arms high, sorry. Good. Okay, scorpions. Roll the hip from one side to the other. Again, so I'm here, reaching across. I look, a little bit of a press off the floor. And switch to the other side. Remember, it's not about going super fast. Just hang out for a second in each one of those positions. 10 seconds left. Good. Okay, next one, back rolls. So again, we've done these a lot. Tight roll over the shoulder. That's typically how I start. Okay, remember, try to not throw the legs out every time. Keep them in tight. So we're practicing keeping this tight position and using our core to elevate back over the top. Okay, you can go straight back as well. Or if you want a little bit of a variation,
go back, and then come forwards, and you can add in a hamstring stretch here. Good. Or you can do like a full stiff leg version. This one's a little bit more challenging. You can also do a wide leg version. Hey, it's your workout. You choose what to do. Last one, Berimbolo Variations. So we can start up just going up onto our shoulder, working side to side. Or if you want, you can go straight into full inversions, going straight back the other direction. Okay, remember when we do these, this lower part of my spine, you should never see it touch the ground. Okay? Okay. If you want an extra bit of a challenge, do the inversions, but try and keep your feet in the same space. Okay? That's really challenging, but it is great for your inversion. Okay, if you can do that, it gives you a really tight inversion, and it's really beneficial for you. Okay, so you can just, I mean, you can anchor them against the wall if you want to. Like if you're just starting out with inversions, you can use a wall as well to help pull you around. Okay, and then go the other direction. That's fine too. Nice. So, now you should be feeling a little bit warm. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in further on my thing, and you might see me jump back over to this. Well, I should. Yeah, I'll be okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So, I'm just trying to make sure I can see the thing. Like, I've got an okay memory, but, well, no, I don't have a good memory. There's no way I'm going to be able to remember all of this, particularly when I start to get tired. That's why I always write it down. So, like I said, we're going to do 3 drills for a minute. We're going to put all of those 3 drills together for 2 minutes. Then you get a break. The break is not really a break. You have 3 options that you can do. You can go into a plank and hold for a minute. Absolutely fine. Okay. You can also just move around in a bear crawl for a minute. And I'm going to give you one other one as well. Okay. You'll need a belt. You can use a dummy or a belt. It's absolutely fine. But what I want you to do is set up some sort of grips, and then you pull on those grips for a minute. So I'm really engaging and pulling down on it. Okay. That's the 3rd option. Okay. Now, I would say that one is not going to work your cardio as much, but your forearms are going to be really burning. The plank one's going to work your core. That's kind of the middle ground, I'd say, for a lot of people. Try and do that for a minute. The bear crawl's going to push your cardio up to the next level, okay? Particularly if you're moving around, it's going to get super taxing on the shoulders as we do this. Okay, you're going to get the general idea of this as we go through, but here we go. And also, a dummy is useful in a lot of these, but it's not really essential, okay? Okay, here we go. So we're going to go into the first one. The first exercise that we're going to do is a minute, and this will also help you get used to the way that the rounds are structured. I'm going to leave this guy probably over here. In fact, I might put him over in the corner so it's well out of the way. We're going to start with bridging. Okay, so basic bridging, elevating the hips up as high as you can from side to side. Okay, really try and push those hips. If you want to start spiking your cardio, okay, just be really explosive when you're doing it. Okay, so again, I'm here, feet close, elevate my hips up as much as I can, so I'm exploding through the floor. You'll see how I take this little bit of, like my feet coming off when I drive up. Okay, I'm trying to drive through that movement. Really explode into the hips every single time, so we're getting used to it. Okay, 20 seconds. You can also just do it here and just try and explode through. Okay, but really push that hip up. Elbows in tight the whole time. None of this reaching, it's just a bad habit. Okay, we don't want to encourage that. Lift those hips up, explode into it, nice. Second one that we're gonna go into is the guard break. So I'm just stepping up. You've done one of these workouts, you've done this before. So I'm just stepping up as fast as I can. So this first round, it's a little bit of a warm up. Okay? And we're gonna get saucy, we're gonna get spicy. It's gonna get worse. So again, I'm just stepping up one leg at a time, all the way back down. We've got 30 seconds to go. you want to be extra hardcore, do jump ups and then drop. Okay, it's important we develop these strong legs, working our posture as we do this. Let's keep going. We've got 15 seconds. This should start to really tire in the legs, that's okay. You can switch it around the other way. Doesn't help. Nice, 15 seconds. We're gonna go into our Torreandos, okay? Hip knee Torreandos, dropping around to the side. So with a dummy, I'm here, drop to the side, come back. Okay, it's like I'm putting my hand on the hip, hand on the knee, drop to the side. Again, it's not essential. You can just drop, come back up. Every time, you should come back into this high bear crawl position. Okay, and then we're going to put all three of these movements together. Nice, keep it going. We've got 20 seconds. Upsettingly, the music has stopped, which really sucks when you're doing this alone. Nice. Keep going, try not to rest. We've got 5 seconds. Now we're going to put all three together for 2 minutes. So I'm going to bridge, step up, drop into my Torreando, sit back underneath. Bridge, over the top. Immediately I'm stepping up, guard opens, I drop. Bridge, step up. Here, drop to my Torreando. Bridge, up, frame step, Torreando. So we're connecting those movements as fast as we can. Up, here, Torreando. To my knees, framing, dropping. Knees up and down. Bridge, step over, up. Beautiful thing about this, we're doing it for 2 minutes. Bridge, up, step and drop. If you get a bad one, don't worry about it. Bridge. So you can do it with a dummy, it's just a little bit trickier. If you want to figure out the angle you need to get to. To me, it's like a diagonal. But like I said, not essential. When you go, oh, 1 second. Okay, we're gonna go either, now you're into your bear crawling, moving around, staying up on your toes. I'm gonna try and sort some things, so I'm gonna go into a plank for a second. And we're gonna turn the music up a little bit. Okay, so that's the basis of all of these rounds. Exactly the same idea, but with different movements. Next one, knee slide switch, long step, windshield wiper over the top. So, you can move in, here, anywhere you like, laterally, forwards, backwards, or just hang out in your plank. Either one's good. You got 10 seconds. Okay, grab your dummy for this one. We're going into it. So, hands in the hips, knee in, legs back. Okay, I guess you don't really need a dummy, but makes life easier. Should be 3 parts to this. 1, 2, and just keep it going. Without the dummy, it's exactly the same. But just make sure that leg's out to the side and you're lifting your chest. Dummy gives you a little bit of height, makes it a little bit easier. 30 seconds. So we use this movement in transitioning around the guard all the time. 15 seconds. And then we're gonna go into our long step movement. Been doing these a lot. Something I've been working on. So part of the reason we're doing it is in my sessions too. Nice long step movement. So from a knee slide, long out, and then up to our hips. Up to our hips. Other side. So it can just be one side, up, for like 5. And then switch to the other side, or you can alternate. Alternating is a lot harder when you're learning the movement. Don't worry about it. 15 seconds. Whew. You can see it's getting hard. I'm not talking. Okay, nice. Windshield wiper movement. Okay, so we're here, legs switching over the top. This is all about the legs. Hands in the belt, drop the shoulder, shin comes over, feet go together, switch to the other side. Imagine someone's turning into you as you're trying to pass their guard. They're turning. You switch to the other side, like over the top of their IT band. 15 seconds. Nice, put them together. So 1, maybe do 3 of these. A long step, come back and switch. Back to your knee on belly. And do 3 again. 1, 2. We go to the other side. Long step. They turn, chin over and switch to the other side. Okay, and then back in. 1, 2, 3. Long step. They're turning, shin comes, leg comes, switch it around. Back up. 1, 2, 3. They're turning, pull, and switch. And then back in again. So we turn this way a little bit. 1, 2. So I'm long stepping here. Okay, walking. Shin comes across, hand comes across. Switch to the other side. And then. Long step. Keep it going. We've got another minute of this. To the other side. 1, 2. Almost there. There you go. That was terrible. Don't do bad ones, do good ones. Okay. Do that side again. Straight away. Into your plank or back roll. Okay, next series. Oh, I missed one out. Keep going with your plank. We're gonna switch it over so I don't get confused. Next one. Stay in that plank position. Keep your back rolling going. We're gonna do a sprawl, a top spin, and a jump over. Okay, it's like you've shot in on someone, or someone shot on you, sorry. Okay, you've sprawled to defend, you top spin to try and go to their back, and then they sit back to the guard. So you jump over the legs. 10 seconds, and we'll get it going, but sprawls are first. Okay, up, here we go. Always come back up to your posture. You move around in between, and when you imagine you're sprawling, it's as quick as you can. So you can be hand fire, and you sprawl. Stay in that good wrestling stance. Over that front leg, up on those toes. Moving them around, trying to turn them. And you sprawl. Oh, maybe they shoot again, so you sprawl again. Bring back up. Okay. Follow position. Clean try. Some fakes. Okay. Hips down, hips up. Up, sprawl. And back up again. So you're playing around with the head. Up, sprawl. Up, sprawl. 5 seconds. Nice. Now we use our top spin movement. So here, spinning around the head. One side to the other. So if you're here, forearm on the hips, step towards north-south, come back around. Again, this will become clear in a second, or hopefully it will. Try and pick up the pace a little bit. Nice. 15 seconds. Nice, next one. Head and legs on one side. Jump to the other side. Land on the toes. Lift those legs. Then we put all three together. We'll probably, we'll use the dummy for this. It's another dynamic movement that we can move. But we're not doing that right now. Remember, if you want to work it, try and do it with your hands, not moving from the hips. 20 seconds. Nice, keep pushing it, guys. Just doing a bit of dummy readjustment. It happens. 10 seconds. Keep going, keep going. Nice. Now we put them together. So I'm going to use the dummy. I sprawl. Top spin. Jump over the legs. Back out. Sprawl. Top spin. Jumping over the legs. Back out. Okay, or without the dummy. I'm going to do it that way. Okay. Sprawl. Spin towards the back. Head down. Jump. I like the dummy because it gives me like a visual cue. Okay, so I'm here. I sprawl. Yeah, spin it towards the hips. And then I have to jump over to the other side. And back out. Yeah. Sprawl. Spin it towards the hips. And I jump to the other side. And back out. Sprawl. Spin it around. Jump to the other side. And back out. Sprawl. Spin towards the hips. Jumped over the legs. Stabilize. Back to the head end. Oh, I just took out my dummy. Oh no. Sprawl. Spin. Jump. Whoop. Sprawl. Top spin. Jump it over. Back to the head. Sprawl. To the hips. Jump the legs. Relax. Sprawl. Jump. Back out. Remember, we got this for 2 minutes. Push up, 17. Okay. We got another minute and a bit to go. So, again, they're shooting in on us. We sprawl, so they're face down, spinning towards the hips. They sit underneath towards my legs. I jump to the other side. That's our goal. Sprawl to the hips. You go to my legs. I jump. 1 more minute on this one. Sprawl to the hips. Jump the leg. Back up and out. Sprawl. Spin. Jump. Back to the head. Sprawl. Sprawl. Oh, he took me down. Let's try again. Sprawl. Spin. Jump. Sometimes your partner beats you, even when they're a dummy. And sometimes you get hair in your mouth. Sprawl. Nice, keep working it. Hip, turn. And into your plank / bear crawl. Oh no, this is terrible. I've lost my thing. Keep going. Okay, I got it. This is one of the combinations I used to do just all the time. So much. It works just great as a flow, and it happens in sparring all the time. So again, remember, you can be in the plank as I am. Because obviously talking and doing is really hard. But I advise, try and get to the bear crawl. Okay, so high Torreando. So the first one, I'm here, stepping to the side, knee on belly. Knee on belly. So I'm moving those legs, one side to the other. Okay, so I'm here, I'm moving the legs, cutting to knee on belly. Okay, coming back out, moving the legs, knee on belly. It's one of those movements that you see a lot. If you need to rest, you can rest up high, but rest in your upright bear crawl. Okay, so here. So I've got those legs, I'm throwing them by. Using that classical Torreando movement. 5 seconds. Okay, knee on belly switch. Side to side. Keep it going. Remember, hands can be on the shoulders or on the ground, but they always come off. You always get good posture. Your legs should be burning, should be getting a bit tired. We've got 30 seconds to go on this one. But you are more than halfway there now. You're crushing it. Keep it going. And like me, probably dripping, sweating like crazy. Keep working. 10 seconds. Nice, next one. A knee on belly armbar. Stepping around the head. Coming up. Okay, pull to the side and spin. Or if you want, you can also just do it as a top spin. Okay, whichever one you prefer. Like if you don't have arms on your dummy, use the top spin. Again, it's a very similar movement. You don't have arms, do this, unless you want to work a little bit harder. In which case, do the top spin. Nice, keep it working. Keep it going. Okay, we're gonna start the next one. We're gonna put all those 2 to 3 movements together. So, Torreando, switch. Maybe do this twice, because it allows your brain to catch up. Spin through, and back out straight away. So Torreando, switch 1, switch 2, hook up the arm, and spin. Or, Torreando, 1, 2, top spin around. That's fine too. Okay. 1, 2, either one. Heel to it. So if you're getting a bit tired, rest in this position and then explode through it. Back out and then rest again. Like I said, you can do the arm bars or the top spin. And then change the tempo. 1 more minute. Here's the arm bar this time. Trust in it, believe in it, and do it. 1, 2. Here's the arm bar, scoop, spin. Not good. Do it again. 1, 2. Here's it. Raise it. Top spin. Back up. Top spin. Oh, we did it again. Almost. 10 seconds. I forgot what to do. What's top spin? Okay. Do your bear crawl / plank. We got 1 more to go. Control your breathing. That's why we're doing this, part of the reason. So you learn to be engaged. And control the breathing. Often it's not the amount of oxygen you have in, but you need to expel that carbon dioxide. So you can I use like a triple breath, will just help control it, slow everything down. If you listen to elite guys, you'll often hear them do that. We're into the next one. First one is our forward sweep movement. So from here, we're rolling up all the way back. If you need it all the way back, make sure your knees stay tight to your sides, or from here, all the way back. A bit more challenging, greater range of movement. But what we don't want to do is extend out. Get it stay tight as we come up. And explode up into it. So it's like you're coming up off the bottom, you'll explode through that movement to get like an ankle pick, up to a single leg, whatever. Collar drag is all the same kind of movement that we're utilizing. And then explode into it. Explode into it, or from here, explode into it. Remember, you're falling over the top of your shin. Nice, we're going to the next one. 1 arm leg drag. I use a dummy, use the gi pants or the belt, slam it to the side, come back out, slam it to the side. So I'm punching this across, dropping the shoulder. Good, keep it going. little bit of gear adjustment. So again, I'm here, slam this across, move around, lean in, come back up and out, slam it across, lean in, yeah. And then staying low here. This is so important. Get used to being in the squat. And then we're gonna move on to our next exercise in 5 seconds. And it's gonna be side control armbar. So similar to what we just did from knee on belly. Spinning around the head. And again, just going side to side. Whacked my head. Okay, now, put all of that together. Sorry. I do my sweep. Come on. Slam the door. Drop. Armbar. Come back up. Other side. Okay. Move my dummy that way a little bit. Here. Yeah, playing guard. Come on. Slam that door. Pass. Grab the arm. Top spin it out. Okay. Again, I'm here. Playing guard. Maybe I sit up. Oh. Ready. Slam that door. Grab that arm. Spin it around. Okay. Try to be aggressive when you do this. One more minute. Seconds. Now, I must have messed up the counting and we've done 2 extra rounds somewhere. So if you want to do another minute's plank, crack on with it. Get it done. If not, man, that was a good workout nonetheless. So with that workout we started, it actually formed like a bell pyramid, okay? We got intense in the middle and then tapered off towards the end, okay? Which is a nice thing, you know, because it gives you a little bit more opportunity. You know, we can work on the technique with those less intense rounds, okay, which is great, all right? But if you've done that, you've been training pretty much 40 minutes. Now, you should have a decent sweat on like I do, and we've worked all those connective pathways. Like if you never do this, like never use these, that's fine, but you're gonna maybe do 1 or 2 of them together, and it'll help massively, you know? I see so many people when they're training, they get into positions like close guard, for example, and they just kind of wait, watch their partner set up like deep collar chokes or collar grips, and break their posture, and then it's terrible. You imagine if you escape, let's say you do that bridge and roll, and you immediately come up into that close guard position, and you're already standing up before maybe they've even locked their legs tight, it's going to be much easier. But obviously we have to train that, we have to teach ourselves to do it. This can help do that. All right, guys, so awesome session.
I'll make sure that the all the descriptions and links and stuff are posted below. If you want more of this, next week we're going to do a bit of a cheeky one. I'm already planned. And also check out the Super Solo training program. It's this. It'll give you everything you need to create killer sessions, you know, whether in a pandemic, out of a pandemic. I'll put a link below. And then, hey, follow me on some social medias as well. I should be pretty easy to find. Subscribe to this channel, whatever, you know. Other than that, guys, just have an awesome day, and I will see you all very, very soon. Os.